Hey, I think he's on there for the moment. Oh, we have two. He's much better. River rats, I'm going creek walking. It's dark, dingy, not the nicest day to be outside, but I have time to be outside, and if I'm gonna be out here, I might as well be fishing. So let's go. Well, the water's a little dingy, a little dark. It's clearing up pretty quick. Ooh. Not that that's a major factor because the catfish really don't care. But there's this little dinky creek I'm checking out, and hopefully a little rise in water gets the catfish ramped up. It's a good day either way because I get to be on the water. My favorite kind of days. I like walking. Walking's good for you. I like catfish. Catfish are good for you. Walking to catch some catfish is, I mean, it's got to be good for you. We're thinking about this logically and everything. Spot looks like a good place to start. Mobility's kind of the key, so we'll start here. And I'm also excited because I have Slappy. I don't think you guys have ever seen him. I built this, I don't know, probably 7 or 8 years ago. It's a 10-foot medium, 9 or 10, probably 10. 10-foot medium action. Bends like a horseshoe when you hook a decent fish. And it is an absolute blast to drift a bobber with. It's not the most practical for a lot of situations, but when you hook a 5-pound channel cat, it's a good time. And who doesn't like watching a bobber go under? If you don't like watching a bobber go under, I don't know if we can be friends. So this spot right here, it's a little drop off. That seam creates a drop off. So we'll start here and we'll just keep moving around until we find them. Small streams usually doesn't take long, but it's not like the nicest weather day, so you never know. Okay, first things first, try and keep reels out of the mud. These aren't going to be the most secure rod holders in the world, but they will just start with one bottom rod and drift a bobber around. That will alleviate tangles anyway. For bait, we got some sunfish. Gonna dice them up and drift them around and see what happens. And put the old Double hook rig on the bottom and then do the bobber thing. Now, if your goal is just to catch as many and the biggest catfish you can in small streams like I'm doing, you should probably just stick with fishing on the bottom, stationary baits and all that. But if you're just out to have fun, bobber fishing's pretty fun. Go circle hooks on the bottom, and then with bobbers I like a J hook. Got our sunfish chunks. Put the chunkier one on the bottom and then the flappier one on top. We'll put this at the head of that little seam. Looks like winter to me right there. Hopefully somebody's home. And if there's nobody home there, then hopefully Slappy can find them. For real, it's so much fun when you hook up on this thing. Just want to watch that bobber go under. That's all. And I've used a pile of different reels on this rod, and I've kind of settled on like a low profile, high speed bait caster as being the way to do it, because you can pick up line in a hurry, and that's kind of important. Well, it's also important to check your drag. She's not bad. A little tight maybe. Oh, got a nib on the bottom rod. That's all though, just the nib. One would think this would be a good spot, and I think it's a good spot, but no matter how good it looks, don't get married to it. Giving this 5 more minutes and I'm gone. Oh, hey. He hit it and dropped it? Oh, there he is. Oh, I was so confused. I'm like, how do you hit it that hard and not get hooked on a circle hook? Oh, nice one. Like I said, stationary bottom rigs are usually the way to go. Bob rigs, more fun. He smacked it. It's even hooked. Okay, the other reel didn't end up in the mud, so that's good. We did end up with a channel rat. Channel rat is about the most affectionate term I have for these guys. I mean, think of it like your buddies, you know. You got your good buddies, you give them a hard time. Kind of feel that way with these guys. Keep checking my bobber just to make sure, but like that 1-2 punch. Keep a few. I got plenty in the freezer, so he gets a free ride back into the water, but that's prime eater. Maybe a little big, but so not quite prime, a little over prime eater, but fun size fish, and I'll take them anytime. Okay, au revoir. Oh, he's jacked up. Surely another one down there. I'm gonna throw her back out and find out, hopefully. He liked the sunfish. Back in the prime. Come on, bobber. Don't lead me astray. If you're like, why do you need a rod this long? Oh, getting bit on this one again. As far as need, you don't need it, but extra length in your rod helps you mend your line as you're drifting. In this particular situation, it's not that big of a deal, but if you're drifting through current, it sure is nice. Parabolic rod is just fun. High speed reel, good idea. So you can pick that line up quick, but creates a more natural drift when the water's warmer and you're drifting bobbers through riffles in the evenings and stuff. It's pretty effective and even more fun. Give this spot another couple minutes and we're moving. Not far, because there's good water. This is just a spot. You know, there's more spots downstream. Oop. Gonna do it? This moment the answer is no. Alright. Slide down the bank. Nice and mucky over here. I mean, I guess it did just rain 2 inches, so there's that. Ooh. If you're like, wow, I'm surprised the river isn't higher after 2 inches of rain. It's been pretty dry. So you'll have that. And been pretty dry for like 2 years. This looks like a little pocket a channel cat would hang out in. Or a lot of fish, actually. Not a lot of fish, but a few of a variety of species of fish. I just want a cat. Right there. Much deeper. If a fish hits it, he's probably gonna smoke it. Hope it doesn't fly out of the rod holder. It's fairly solid. Well, we're gonna give this a drift. Probably a little further than that. Hopefully without a backlash on the next one. Trying to get all fancy and such. Oh, I got nibbed already. That was sweet. It's most life I've seen on the bobber so far. Ticking the bottom now. I'm gonna throw it in that swirl across the river, let her drift around for a minute, and then I'm gonna shorten the leash and Let her go down this gravel bar. Yeah, I'll just let her drift down the middle, see what happens. When it's warm, good things usually happen. When I finally get a bite on the bobber, I'm probably gonna, oh, there's a bite on the bottom. A little chaos. Beginnings of a little chaos. If we're gonna drift it again, we're gonna put her 6 more inches down. That makes a difference sometimes. This will get a long ways downriver, and then the bottom rod's gonna get toasted. Take it down, weenie. He's trying. Oh. The downfall of jacking around with 2 rods. Should have had that fish. Maybe he'll come back. Once again, if you want to catch more fish, still fishing on the bottom is probably the way to go. I just love watching a bobber go under. I guess I'll sacrifice a few for that. If you really want to catch a bunch of fish, don't try and film your fishing trips either. All right, next spot. Okay, just moved around the river bend a little bit. I think that's a song. Just fun fact. Hopefully there's one in there. Ticking on the bottom, that's good. If you're like, what depth do I set my bobber at? I don't know. Try different stuff. It's like different every day, every spot. Most of the time I sit here wondering if it's at the right depth. So what I usually do is I'll float it once through, and if it ain't ticking the bottom and I don't get bit, I'm gonna lower it. If that don't work, do that a few times and then move. So nothing on that drift. It was like 6 foot. Put her 6 more inches down and see what happens. Like I said, not always the most effective, most of the time not the most effective, but I would argue every time the most fun. That's a snag. Popped out. Okay. Still good. Ready this time. Pull it down. Oh, you knew I was ready this time. Got 5 more minutes here, and then we're moving to one more spot on this bend, and then we're hopscotching to the next one. Next one I feel good about. Hey, I think he's on there for the moment. Oh, we have 2. He's much better on Slappy, I think. Well, we'll let's see if we can. I don't know. This is exciting. I think they're both still on there, so. Oh, he's a dandy. Fun sized. Okay, we'll put him in the holder. Sweet. Fun double. Is there any other kind? They might be twins. I thought he was bigger, but I think they're going to be real similar. All right. Well, that went from 0 to 60 real fast. Quit drifting the bobber and just let it sit. Easy. And this dude decided to tank it. I appreciate that. These are the fish that I grew up catching. They're so much fun. You know, he's quite a bit bigger. Shows you how much I know. Tough to beat a nice, muddy channel cat double. I'm a fan. I don't know, it's the little things, especially when you're holding a catfish that's pooping. It's just a special moment, I guess. I think on that note, I'm gonna let him go. All right, see you guys. And they're off to do more channel cat stuff. Hopefully we can get a few more. These little creeks, too much fun. Rebaited, and let's try to do that again. Only thing better than one catfish is two catfish. That's what I've always said. I've literally never really said that very much, but I'm gonna go with it. I feel like it's a factual statement. Might have said it a few times. They're definitely hanging out more in the reduced current. I do know that. I'm gonna try to drift this a little bit shallower, and then I'll probably stop it once it gets so far and let it sit. That tactic literally just worked, so might as well try her again. It's bobber fishing, but it's kind of stationary fishing. Just doing what the catfish want. Don't yell at me. It'd be cooler if they hit it while it was drifting. Water's like 55 though, so there's that. I'm not gonna hold it against them in these conditions. Oh, got a tap. Yep. That was nice. Not a bad one. Just went doink. Rod folds. That's very nice. It's a good little spot right here, apparently. Oh, he's angry. He's a dark one, too. Starting to get them blubber lips on him. Come here. It's becoming the time of year where channel cats start to look like flatheads or blues, or people start calling them all kinds of stuff. But they get these colors when they start to get ready to spawn. I call them blubber lips. Such a cool fish. It's like purple. You must be cold. I'll let you go, bud. See ya. Quick. The hot pocket over here. Hot pocket. The stationary bottom rig continues to dominate in 55-degree water. Not a major surprise. Still gonna keep fishing that bobber because it's fun. I like fun. We don't have a whole lot more daylight, so we're gonna keep hopping down the bank. Seems like you move, you get bit. Seems like you cast a bait caster, you get a backlash. Might just be me. Mobility's definitely the number one thing. You can screw up on a lot of things in catfishing, but at least for what I'm doing right here, as long as you keep trying different spots, you're gonna find some fish. And this is the Primus piece on this whole bend. It's right here where this little creek comes in with a gravel, kind of a rock bar point, and creates a current seam that runs to the bank across the other side. Definitely fish here. Hopefully we can get one to go. Conveniently, it also seems to be the muckiest spot on the whole bend. What would small stream catfishing be like if it was any other way? I'll answer that for you. Weird. It would be really weird. Just want to watch a bobber disappear. Don't feel like I'm asking too terribly much. Maybe I am. Not even a nib. Shows you what I know. Do know that we can slide down the bank and have another shot. So we're gonna do that. Nothing like a little creek bank crawling to keep you young. Nope. Not so bad. I also recommend long pants for this. Between the poison ivy and the stinging nettles, I mean, there's all kinds of fun vegetation that'll mess with you, especially if you're a sensitive ginger like myself. Well, apparently one more fish was not meant to be. I guess that's the way it is. Probably should have fished a little bit longer. Probably should have started a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. Still had a nice little evening out here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button. If you want to check out my podcast, that'd be cool. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it, and I really appreciate you taking time to watch. My nose is running. Not important, but I feel like it needs to be acknowledged. Anyway, hope you catch a giant.